Listen and you will know why you are poor. I've been rich, but I've also been poor, so I understand both sides quite well, American millionaire Daniel Ally said. Daniel Ally is a speaker, international business expert, and author of many best-selling books in the United States. Growing up in a poor family, Ally told himself he had to become truly wealthy. At the age of 24, he earned his first $1 million. On Entrepreneur, he shared his perspective on the rich and the poor. Wealth is a choice. Bill Gates once said, "Being born poor is not your fault. But dying poor is definitely a mistake." There's no reason for you to be poor. Your fortune is waiting for you, but you have to decide if you want it to appear in your life or not. For a long time, I struggled with the belief that I could be wealthy. And it only became a reality when I realized the difference in thinking and actions between the rich and the poor. The poor always doubt. A colleague once told me, "Those workers are always trying to steal my money when I'm not paying attention." He thought everyone wanted his money, and all those people out there were against him. The rich always trust. Surprisingly, many rich people always open the doors of their cars and homes. They tend to trust the people they meet, of course, with reason, and give others the opportunity to be themselves. The poor find fault. The poor often find fault instead of a solution. And this process ends with them blaming the environment, circumstances, work, weather, the government, and there will always be a list of excuses for why they are not successful. The rich seek success. The rich understand that everything happens for a reason. They won't wait for things to happen to them but take on a leadership role and create them. They set aside all excuses because they have more important things to do. 3. The poor always assume, for example, if they want to approach a famous person, they'll say, "They probably don't have time to talk to me." That is, they don't even try to see if they can do it. The rich ask questions. They think of scenarios like, "If I write a letter to the president and he responds, what then?" By starting to ask questions, you save yourself a lot of struggle. The power lies in those who know how to ask the right questions. 4. The poor say, in a grocery store, a woman at the checkout said, "They never have enough staff. I don't know what's wrong with them." Clearly, this woman didn't put herself in the position of owning the job and being responsible for it. She detached herself from a job that was paying her. The rich say, At one of my favorite restaurants, the server introduced, "We are honored to cook this dish over the fire for you." His pride and ownership impressed me, and I tipped generously. Certainly, you will be richer if you invest more in what you believe in. 5. The poor like the cheapest. I once went shopping with a friend who only buys when they see the cheapest item. They will rush to places with sales and choose things they don't even want. They buy just because it's cheap. Unfortunately, they never wear them since the purchase. The rich like the best. The rich are willing to go a little further to find high-quality items. They are not constrained by prices. The rich prefer organized services and will never be satisfied with worthless or unusable things. 6. The poor think money is more important than time. Millions of people around the world are trading their precious time for money. You can always get back $500, but you can't get back 50 hours. The rich know time is more important than money. The rich never exchange time for money. They seek experiences that can profoundly change their lives. Their careers focus more on doing what they love and helping others, rather than just focusing on money. 7. The poor compete with each other. When a poor person sees an opportunity, they will find out how others are doing and compete with them. Usually, they will never consider another way to do it. Instead, they stick with the idea that what others are doing is the best. And they can only imitate. The rich are creative. My neighbor was disappointed when the Porsche he liked didn't come in green. So, they decided to create a green one for themselves with unprecedented technical details. 8. The poor complain, blame, and criticize. Most poor people have a poor mindset passed down through generations. Family members have instilled in them the belief that everything is wrong, and nothing is right. The rich know how to praise and enjoy. The rich know they have many privileges, but they don't take them for granted. Because they appreciate what they have. they can create even more. 9. The poor seek unprofessional advice. They often listen to the opinions of acquaintances. Believe everything they hear without verification, consider personal opinions as the truth, and stop researching when they are satisfied with the answer. The rich seek advice from experts. The rich learn to always think for themselves. If they can't understand a particular issue, they seek the opinion of an expert. Usually, they have to pay for this and get a considerable amount of options to choose from. As famous speaker Jim Rohn once said, the poor use their free time to avoid thinking and turn to something called entertainment. In contrast, the rich are educated and read many books. They use knowledge in a way that benefits them. Instead of engaging in entertainment activities, they want to learn about themselves and the world they live in. In fact, as your library grows, so does your home. Believe me.